Yes. Hello.
There you go.
Thank you. So how has your week been so far?
Been good.
Yeah, it was a great start.
Great week. It was a nice start, to it when Zuko ate a whole pack of ramen, and then Pippin's tried to hang himself on a blanket.
Oh my.
But they all survived and all are doing great.
Well, I'm glad they're doing good. All right.
You tell more.
How was your week been? What?
You tell more about that,
What?
Pippin.
Yeah, so the blankets, he pulled it into the crate and then he chewed on it. So there was first it was wrapped around his leg. We got that off. Then realized there was a whole thing wrapped around his neck. And luckily, he didn't strangle himself. So he's doing okay.
Oh, well, poor Pippin's. How's his leg? Is that okay?
Yeah, that was fine.
Oh. So he pulled it into the crate and then got all wrapped up in it.
Yep, that's why no more things on or near his crate or in his crate at all. When I put him in his crate this morning, he had nothing. So he has to sit there with his thoughts.
Well, I mean, you could give him a Kong or something.
Now that the joking has it.
Oh, poor Pippins. He's like, great. I'm a smart dog that's left with my own thoughts. That's not good.
Yep, and then Lucas so nicely cut me a piece of banana bread this morning. But it was the thinnest slice I've ever seen. So thin it wasn't even staying. They couldn't stay together. It was falling apart.
He's trying to ration it. That's all.
I didn't even cut it in half and freeze half of it like I usually do. We have a whole loaf here for the week.
That's
Mine was exactly like that too.
So I told him, you can cut bigger pieces, it's okay. You can eat it.
that's funny. Was that your breakfast too?
No, I made overnight oats for the week. So I had overnight oats, and then I usually, with the banana bread, I just have a little of my coffee. So at least it wasn't my only food for the day.
I also made overnight oats. Was that good?
Yeah, that was good. He also portioned out some overnight oats for me.
Nice. So you made it for the full week for overnight oats?
Yeah, I do a big batch, and then it's just in a big container in the fridge, and it lasts for up to 5 days. Then I just scoop it out either the night before or in the morning, and then I put some fruit on it sometimes.
So, okay, so you didn't do this when you lived with me 3 months ago. So how do you make your overnight oats?
It's just a recipe I found online. It's oats, almond milk, yogurt, chocolate chips, and cocoa powder. Oh, and then raw maple syrup for some sweetening.
So do you use water or milk?
I use almond milk.
I'd probably use water. I don't like milk that much.
Well, I think water would be weird.
Why?
It would probably give it a weird texture. It's absorbing it. It's not milky.
No, that's true.
It absorbs it. It's the same texture as the overnight oats you get from Aldi's.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Because
I think it's better than the overnight oats from Aldi's. Lucas agrees.
I picture overnight oats tasting
Yeah, next time I have protein.
very mushy. I just picture cottage cheese-ish, the texture, gross texture to me.
No, not at all. It's just like oatmeal.
No, I like regular
With
oatmeal.
chocolate. It's chocolate oatmeal.
Yeah, I mean, I like the brekkies from Aldi's, so if it's
Yeah,
that.
it's just like that. Another thing we decided this week is me and Lucas, when we do get married, are going to get married at the Shire. Because you can get married at the set of The Hobbit.
Oh.
Only 11 people are allowed.
Oh my gosh. And I wonder, am I going to make
$4,000 for 11 people.
4,000?
Yep.
That's actually not bad. That'd be a cheap wedding, actually. Though you got to pay to fly over there.
It covers the reception, and the photographer is included in that price.
Okay.
So I think it doesn't cover lodging, but they have a whole hotel right on there, the location.
But only 11 people? That's the smallest wedding ever.
That's fun.
This is the elopement package.
Was there a bigger package?
Oh yeah, there's one for 40 people. There's one for 280 people.
Oh, okay. So I think you should do the 40-person one at least.
No, we decided we're gonna do the 11 people. You're lucky because option 2 is in Montana. They have a nice elopement package, just for the bride and the groom. And your
Um,
dog can sign the certificate in Montana with
oh,
them.
that would be so cute. Zuko and Pippin signing it.
But no one would be invited for that.
Oh, why? You could
It's
elope.
cheaper. I think it's like $500 just
Yeah.
for the 2 people, so,
You could elope, but I can just attend.
No, then the price would go way up. But if
Yeah.
you're going, then, the other mom has to go, and then she has a husband, then all of a sudden I have to invite dad, and then, then all of a sudden he's got brothers, then I have to invite Anthony and Alyssa, and then it's just too big.
Well, I think you have too much family even for the 11 people area. You have to do the 40.
No, we could cut it down to 11 and just say, "Sorry, we're only allowed 11."
What is it gonna be, a family lottery?
Yes, it would.
Well, you only have one brother, so that should be easy.
Yep.
So then Lucas's brothers got to draw straws.
Yeah,
Only
you're
one
only
bro-
allowed one sibling.
one sibling.
I'm not gonna invite anyone.
Yes, you would.
You would have to.
Yes.
Your
But
parents,
no,
at least.
Yeah.
you're stressing me out, but then you don't get the showers and are you gonna just give a dress for 11 people? You know, do you want more people to see your wedding dress?
That's what photos are for and social media.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, no.
Alright, it's okay. It's not that bad off because I used to say, I could break it down to only 20 people from my side, so I think I could break it down to just 5.
Are we included in the 11?
Yeah.
No. It's okay. 11 guests.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how the story's going. Uh,
Yeah. Or, well,
I don't think people are traveling either.
yeah, a lot of people, I don't think a lot of your family would travel, and a lot of my family wouldn't either, so it works out. It's perfect.
yeah, that's true. All right.
Oh, and then, yeah. Or we'll just have a big party after we elope.
Well, no, I don't like when people do that because then it's like we didn't
just-
want you at our wedding, but now I want all the gifts.
No,
We
it would be
know-
no gifts. You're just coming to celebrate with food and drinks.
Oh, okay. Then that's all right then.
Gifts appreciated but not required.
That sounds good. Welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. I'm your host, Shannon.
I'm Arianna.
And we're mother-daughter duo that just chit-chat and then discuss Reddit stories. And Lucas, he's always in the background somewhere. So whenever you hear a phantom voice, it's usually Lucas.
Yeah.
So, this would be cute, but I'm not posting this. But maybe I should today.
Oh, God.
Lucas is all waving. Well, I'm not going to put it on Instagram, so it's going to go on YouTube so less people see it.
All right. Let's do this. How was your week?
Pretty good. So we went to bingo. You were obviously there, and then your two friends, Amanda's. It was fun. My book club, they acted all interested, but then none of them actually wanted to set a date to go with me.
Oh, how rude.
Which is kind of sad. So whatever. They don't want to
They're
spend
not-
time with me and play
No.
bingo. They don't have to.
Lucas says we should fight them.
I don't want to fight anybody. They don't need to come.
How rude.
I know.
To death.
I just got excited because
Oh, my gosh.
well, Rhonda was really interested. Maybe she'd come. I'd have to set the date, but she'd definitely come, I think.
It's fun. I ended up breaking even because I always don't seem to do well in the slots.
She always does. I hate the morning slots because it just takes my money. I like when I spend the night there because the night slots, they tend to pay. If you're lucky.
It worked out for me. I won back the money I spent for bingo, and I even won back my coffee I bought on the way there.
That's really good. Yeah, so she always does really well. So we had fun. We didn't win. I was one number away from winning $3,000. So that would have been amazing.
That would have been awesome.
I know. That would have been awesome. But then, oh my God. So I don't know where parking is in this place. So I always just do valet there. And it's $7. It's fine. So I do valet. I had the window open down when he came, and then I just opened the door. And so I got out my keys, and for some reason, I thought you paid at the end when you picked up your car, but now you got to pay in the beginning. Actually, it's a casino, so they probably do want their money in the beginning. So, in case you lose it all. So, I give him so that I unknowingly put the keys back in my purse when I got out my wallet and paid them. So then I leave, and we're having fun in bingo, and then I come back and I'm like, oh, it says my car will be here in 2 minutes. And I scan my ticket at the valet station. Then I look out like, oh, there's my car. And then I think one of the managers was like, isn't that where we dropped it off?
Has it moved? How did it get here so fast?
Like, I don't know. Well, apparently I took my keys with me. So I was like VIP high roller, like had the best parking spot of the whole place.
I can't believe they didn't try to find you or tow it.
I'm lucky they didn't tow it, but you'd think they'd page me. Like,
Yeah. You would think they would have tried to find you.
you would think. I don't think they cared that much.
Guess not.
If it became a real issue, I'm sure. And maybe because I wasn't staying overnight and stuff,
Well, how do they know that?
they asked me if I was staying overnight.
Oh,
I said no.
okay.
Because if you use a hotel, you get the receipt validated, so you don't have to pay. You just tip them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So that was hilarious. And then I was like making one airheaded mistake after another. I was tired. It was a long day because we get up at like we leave
at 6:30.
yeah, we leave at 6:30 a.m. And then I had a hard time sleeping. I didn't go to bed till like midnight.
Oh my gosh.
And then, I didn't realize it. I looked at my phone. I was like, damn, it's sick. It's after midnight. So, you're at bingo literally all day, and you don't get home till like 7 p.m. So I went to go, and I was trying to follow the GPS. Now, the GPS sound is off. Arianna is my co-pilot.
Okay.
And I took the wrong turn.
And I pointed it out. But no, the first time you did, I was like, wait, you're turning back into the casino. Just turn back into the casino, turn around. Then the other time, I'm like, no, what do you do? She's like, east. We have to go east.
No, we need to go west.
Uh-huh. I know we need to go west.
Though the other faux pas is not a faux pas at all. So then I needed gas, so I stopped at the gas station and I pulled the wrong side. So, like, all my cars, my whole life, have the gas thing was always to put gas in your car was always on my driver's side. This car is on my passenger side. So if I'm not like really thinking about it, I always do it wrong. Pull into the gas station wrong. I just do. I've had the car for like 3 years. I don't know.
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to my car because it was opposite too.
So then I pull into like the thruway because in the New York State thruway, there's like gas stations. You just pull in, fill up, and go. So pull in. I was like, shoot, I'm on the wrong side. So then I leave. So then I wait until my gas tank's really low and get gas again. And then I pull in and fill it. And then Amanda's like, this is the same side you did. I was like, I did? But then I realized, no, it wasn't. I pulled up because the gas station was on by my car door, my driver's side, not the passenger side. So I definitely did not.
I know you didn't. I don't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, they're crazy. No.
They are crazy.
So that was funny. And then I came home to a pleasant surprise from Lucas's props because they had stayed overnight because they had to leave so early. And I had asked Lucas to let the dogs out at some point just because it's a long day for dogs. And he like folded the blankets in the room where they slept and then cleaned up, tidied up my living room. He did all the pillows nice and by my couch, folded the blankets in the living room. Everything looked really, really clean and nice. He organized my papers on the counter. House looked amazing.
Yeah, it did look good. Yes,
He
he's
did
a
a good-
very good organizer.
Yes, he is. The funny part is, though, so he did all that for me. Arianna left him a note to bring home her shoes and her sweater. He forgot. But that's okay.
He didn't even read the note. He didn't notice it, even though I put my car keys, because he was driving my car home, and his wallet on top of it. He didn't read it.
That's so funny. So that's okay, because then you guys stopped by the next morning and you got some homemade blueberry pancakes.
Yeah. Luckily, you made some nice pancakes, and we were able to steal some.
Yes. So that was nice. All right. Are you ready to get into some Reddits? Oh, wait. Well, before we do that, we have to talk about something that everyone's talking about.
What? Chapel Roan?
A Chapel Rowan? What?
Yes. You haven't heard about her?
No. Tell me about her. Do tell.
The first thing was that she blew up at like some fans when she was going to like a really well-known restaurant that like a lot of famous people would go to when she was in Milan for the fashion show.
Mhm.
And people are like, if you didn't want to be seen, they have ways that you can go in without being seen.
Right.
And then another thing is that she was in, was it Brazil, I think?
Mhm.
Where apparently, allegedly, this 11-year-old daughter of a soccer player just walked by to see if it was her, smiled, and that was it.
Uh-huh.
But then her bodyguard came and yelled at her, and the daughter was crying. So then this famous soccer player did a whole post about it because he's like, 'cause he didn't like that his daughter was upset, and she didn't even approach her. And he's like, I've been famous, I've been around people my whole life. This is not how you should act. And then she's getting a lot of hate for that. But she came out with a statement saying that it wasn't her. She doesn't know what happened. She didn't know what was going on.
Oh, okay. No, it sounds like her. You're just being spoiled and entitled. And honestly, for the bodyguard to yell at a little girl because she looked and smiled at you, please. And how? What'd she do to the in the restaurant? She allegedly attacked a fan.
No, they were just like, she was just being very rude and like
No.
started recording them and stuff. And like, it was just paparazzi. And like, someone came up for an autograph, and it was just paparazzi that are always like
Hmm.
outside this restaurant because it's known for people to go to. And she was just being very rude.
Oh, yeah. That's weird. Unless that's her doppelganger, but probably not her double. So I was going to talk about. Oh shoot, what is her name? Because I don't really follow her. Hold on, I gotta get into my phone. So, The Bachelorette.
Oh, I don't know what's going on, but I heard the season's canceled for The Bachelorette.
This is the first time I've wanted to watch since they booted Chris Harrison. Like, I was excited to watch it.
Why?
So, it's her name is Taylor Frankie Paul. She's from The Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives. She has 3 kids and I think 2 baby daddies. And there's a video that her I don't know if it's ex-husband or boyfriend or whatever, one of the kids' fathers in 2023. So keep that in mind. So it's a video from 2023 with her. I'm going to say allegedly, but the video shows it. It doesn't show anything well. It just shows her attacking, like trying to choke him. She's yelling and screaming, and she threw a chair. And the chair actually, like, I don't know if it bumped or whatnot, but her child was in the room and hit the
My
child
God.
a little too. So yes, domestic violence is bad. Like no matter who's doing it, bad. But the way he was acting and like he was purposely recording, it makes me suspect. Like what happened before? So allegedly, he was choking her and she was like pushed down to the ground and there's a whole thing that happened before. It doesn't
Yeah.
again doesn't make it two wrongs don't make it right.
Yeah.
But you're just seeing this like it looks like she just went insane, right? And then I find it really interesting that this comes out right when she was supposed to finally have her moment, right? She was going to be on The
Uh-huh.
Bachelorette. This is from 2023. I mean, if she did this last week, I get it. But she did this in 2023, and now he's getting an order of protection against her. It's like, okay.
Okay. No, it's definitely the timing is not a
Yeah,
coincidence.
they're like, oh, no, it wasn't him. It was TMZ. I'm like, okay. But she's been on TV for a while. So TMZ could have got that from the court documents anytime. And anyway, I like whenever I hear people got stuff from court documents, like if you testify, like for most people, like everyone wanted the Epstein files released, like why are courts releasing it? Shouldn't it be private? Isn't there some like this HIPAA if you got a cold and go see a doctor, but they're releasing like tapes and things in court?
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right. I don't know. So a lot of because I do follow some social workers. I do have my master's in social work. I don't work as a social worker, but I do have a social worker heart. So anyway, a lot of them on TikTok were talking about Darvo. So they're like, this is definitely a case of Darvo. So it'll be interesting if we get more of the story of what happened between the two of them. Darvo stands for deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender.
Mhm.
So it's still domestic violence and it's still, but at first you didn't, the offender denies that, they ever abused you. Then
Mhm.
when confronted, it looks like you're being attacked and then they're the victim now. So it's very, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But I'm so upset because I was going to watch The Bachelor because she kind of seems like a train wreck on More and More Wives. I've only seen a couple episodes, and now that also got canceled. So those women are probably mad because now they got to go get a real job if they can't
Yeah.
reality TV so to make money. But yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for her. Obviously, I feel bad for the child, and domestic violence and is not okay. But I just know there's way more to the story.
Yeah, there's definitely something else going
And
on.
it's just right. Like it just makes me feel more sketchy about it because it happened like
Timing.
the timing of the court things being released. It could have been released at any point when she was filming this, but they waited until she's starting to do shows. Like junkets talk about it, like Kelly and
Yeah,
and then they release it. So I just found the timing interesting.
definitely not a coincidence.
No, not at all.
Crazy.
Are you even paying attention to me?
I am paying attention. I'm just cutting up a piece of lemon for my tea I just made.
Ooh, what kind of tea you having?
Just like it's like the daily beauty. It's like the lavender and
Oh yeah, I have
something.
those. That's good.
I'm ready for some Reddit stories, so if you're ready.
I am ready. I just wanted to talk about it because like everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, I didn't really know what was going on. Informative for me.
Well, I guess it was information, but do we really know what's going on? Not really.
It's been released.
Yeah. So I have a feeling The Bachelor. Oh, do you know they changed the Bachelor in Paradise, which was always my favorite?
Mhm.
They changed it where it's kind of like Bachelor in Paradise along with like Love Island, I don't know. I guess people get like voted off more and stuff. I haven't watched it. I was just listening to Howard Stern and he was talking about it. He's like, oh, they're ruining it. The Bachelor in Paradise was my favorite. Well, and then he hates it because they also added as like, the Golden Bachelor. Like, look, I'm getting older. I'm almost 50. I don't want to see like older people in the Golden Bachelor.
Oh,
I'd say
ages there.
it's after 50s. Well, I think everyone deserves love if you're 70. Like, you definitely deserve it. I'm just saying, I don't, I don't want to watch older people make out.
No.
Yeah. So, I'm here for the drama because I feel like older women, it's just, it's a different level if they're like fighting with each other versus young women fighting.
Not as
with each other.
interesting.
It's not as interesting. And then you're just disappointed. And then we're like, look, at your age, let it go. Stop being jealous.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some Reddit stories.
All right, we're gonna go to r/mark narrations posted by Reynold Dahlia K5. Her family brought up one of the worst teenage moments at dinner, and I finally realized who leaked it back then.
Oh, no.
I'm 28 male, and I've been with my girlfriend Maya for a little over 2 years. Her family is very close, very loud, very into retelling old stories at the table like they're doing a live podcast no one asked for. Usually, I can handle it. They roast each other constantly, and most of the time, it's harmless enough. A lot of, remember when dad locked the keys in the car type stuff? But last Sunday, we had dinner at a parent's house, and somehow the conversation turned into embarrassing teenage stories. Fine, whatever. Maya told me about getting caught sneaking out at 16. Her brother told him about bleaching a stripe into his hair and pretending it happened in the pool. Everyone was laughing. And then her aunt looked at me and said, Maya says you had a pretty dramatic school phase too. That already made me tense up because there's exactly one story from my teen years I hate people bringing up. When I was 15, I wrote this long, painfully earnest notebook full of poems and letters about a girl I liked. Not creepy stuff, just very intense teenage nonsense. I kept it hidden in my backpack because I was a dramatic kid and thought I was basically some tragic genius. One day, it disappeared. A week later, parts of it were suddenly all over school. People quoted lines at me in the hallway. Someone read one out loud at lunch. And one page even got posted online. I got mocked for months. It was one of those things that sounds like small when you're older, but at 15, it felt life ending. To this day, I've told very few people about it because even thinking about it still makes my skin crawl. So when her aunt said that, I kind of laughed and asked Maya what exactly she told them. She grinned in this weird, sheepish way and said, just that I used to write very passionate poetry. Then her younger sister, who was home from college, goes, "No, tell the peacock line." Everyone looked at her and she actually quoted a line. Not vaguely, not the general idea, the exact line, word for word. It was some stupid sentence about this girl's laugh sounding like a summer light on blue glass, or something cringe like that. The second she said it, I felt this full body drop because that line is never said out loud to anyone. It was from a page that got copied around school after the notebook vanished. I asked how the hell she knew that line. The table got quiet in that fake casual way people do when they know something just turned. Maya tried to brush it off, and she said she probably heard it from her cousin years ago because we went to neighboring schools. Then her sister laughed, looked right at Maya, and said, "Girl, stop. You literally showed me the screenshots when you first matched with him because you couldn't believe it was the same guy." And then it all clicked in this gross, slow way. Maya and I had met on an app. One of our first dates, she asked me completely out of nowhere if I had gone to Northridge High. I thought it was just a random small world thing. It turns out her cousin had been friends with the people at my school back then, and Maya had seen those pages years ago. Not only that, she had recognized me early on and never said a word. I asked her right there if she knew from the beginning. She started doing this very defensive laugh, saying it wasn't a big deal, and that everyone had embarrassing teenager stuff, and that she didn't think it mattered because she liked me for who I am now. But that wasn't really the point. The point was that she knew one of the most humiliating things that ever happened to me and kept it to herself. Told her family enough that they were joking about it at dinner and somehow expected me to roll with it. Asked if her cousin was the one who originally got my notebook out there, and Maya said she didn't know. Maybe true, maybe not. At that point, I didn't trust a thing about the way she was saying any of it. I didn't make a huge speech. I just said I was done for the night and left. Maya texted later saying that I overreacted and made it dark when her family was only joking. She also said she never meant to hurt me and thought I must have been over it by now because it happened so long ago. Maybe I should have waited and talked in private, but honestly, I felt humiliated all over again. Sitting there while her family tossed around lines from something that got weaponized against me when I was a kid. The worst part isn't even the dumb notebook. It's realizing the person I've been with for 2 years knew this whole weird backstory before I ever trusted her enough to tell her myself.
Is that it?
Yep.
I would break up with her. Like, that's kinda awful. Like, everyone picking on you, everyone knows. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, you're embarrassed. And, like, yeah, I find it cringy. I don't like it.
Yeah, it is weird.
Like, that's like me, like or like Lucas, like, somehow read a journal of yours, and then you find out, like, him and his family start quoting something you wrote. Like, wouldn't you be horrified?
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
No, exactly, like, why? And it's one thing that yeah, okay, he eventually he or they, I don't know, gender doesn't really matter, that they shared, what had happened, but so even knowing that, it wasn't good, like, she found it funny, like, you find, you're taking, like, joy in someone else's pain, you know what I mean? I don't like it.
Weird.
Yeah, like, I can't even imagine, like, someone quoting something that you wrote when it was, like, kind of, like, embarrassing as it is, and then you're like, "Oh my god." Like, I wrote that. You know what I mean? Like, that drop your stomach drops and that
Yeah.
feeling. It'd be
Yeah, that'd be awful.
it really would.
So you think it's breakup worthy?
Oh, absolutely. Because 'Cause they're mocking you, like, it's not unless like, it's different, like, you need to, like, read the room, right? Like, if it's something that you personally joke about all the time already, it would be okay, but they're still considering that, like, a devastating, embarrassing moment back in
Yeah.
time.
And if you talk to them about it, I don't know, they could have at least, I don't she could have told them, "Oh, don't bring it up. It's actually, hard for him," or something.
Right. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Kinda crazy that they they would remember that from so long ago and still have, like, screenshots from it so long ago.
Well, it's almost like she's like, "Yeah, that's the guy, they had it, that they've all been waiting for their moment to, like, humiliate him."
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It is a little weird. I don't like it. What's the top comment?
Not the asshole. You 100% owe it to yourself to be single now. Do you think she respects you? Do you wanna marry her and marry into that shit? And then OP responded, "That's where my head is at now, to be honest. If she had shut it down once, I probably would have stayed and laughed it off later. The part messing with me said she knew why it hurt and let them keep going."
Yeah. That's awful. I don't like it. Yeah, I would have been done, like, absolutely done.
Yeah.
No. Like, there's some things, like, and everyone has a different tolerances that, some things you can joke about, but some things you just don't. Even if someone else finds it funny, like, you're allowed to gauge what you find funny in your own personal life, and, you gotta read the room.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
No, me either.
Alright. There was just so much there. I'm like, I feel like I should say more, but I was just absorbing. I was
Yes, the
thinking,
same.
like, I'm not a good, like, I realize, like, sometimes I think about these stories and think, "Oh, I should have said this." Like, 'cause you think about it more, like, later sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we could always come back to them in a different episode.
That's true. Read wants to see if we have a different take. We've already heard it before.
Yes.
Or if you find any updates on some of the ones that we've marked, because we wanna know if there's an update.
Yes. All right, we're gonna move on to this next one from r/life, posted by Reaper5632. Should I be worried about this message my girlfriend sent me? I, 22 male, have been seeing my girlfriend, 24 female, for 10 months. Our relationship has been great so far. She did send me a message that was a little alarming this morning. She was telling her mom that her male coworker lives 3 minutes from her, and her mom asked how I would feel if they carpooled together. Me and my girlfriend have talked about how there's no reason for each other to hang out with the opposite sex one on one. We've even talked about getting lunch together with the opposite sex would be crossing a boundary. Her mom said my thinking on this is a red flag. I don't believe my thinking is controlling. It's just a boundary. I would never hang out one on one with a girl who wasn't my girlfriend, and I don't think my girlfriend should hang out one on one with a guy who isn't me either. I think this is what the downfall of a relationship happens when people start to spend time one on one with the opposite sex. It seems we're on the same page with that. This message has me a little worried because why is she telling her mom that her male coworker is only 3 minutes away? It makes me wonder if this male coworker has offered to drive her to work, even when he knows that my girlfriend is in a relationship. I'm starting to wonder if this male coworker has feelings for my girlfriend. I would also hope that my girlfriend would decline her coworker's offer if he did this, and I would rather drive her myself. Call me insecure if you like, but these are my boundaries. I'm curious on everyone's thoughts on this. I'm guessing when we call each other tonight, we should talk about this so I can have more clarification.
Whew, he's a little bit of a red flag. Okay.
A little
So
bit.
I I'm feeling very conflicted in this, where, okay, yes, at first I'm like, "Oh, no, he's wrong." And I do feel like guys and girls can be friends. And I definitely, if you're coworkers, you're gonna, like, you can't control who you work with, and then if you take lunch at the same time, there's nothing wrong with taking lunch together. I mean, there's a difference of taking lunch together and having some light conversation
Mhm.
versus, like, having, like, a romantic picnic outside and some grass.
Yeah, that's way different.
Yeah. So, like, I do believe men and women can be friends, but a lot of times one person likes the other, but not always, right? So I don't know. I just think if you're in a relationship and you're feeling attracted to, like, your coworker or that, your friend, then maybe that's when you make the
That's when
decision
you
to,
don't do that,
yeah,
yeah. But
then you realize that I'm
yeah,
not, but that doesn't ruin your relationship if you have an open, healthy relationship and have honest conversations.
no. So I just find the whole just because they live close doesn't mean he wants to carpool. So if I had a coworker that lives, just a couple, streets down, I still wouldn't really wanna carpool.
I mean, but it's okay if they did carpool, like,
So
male,
yeah,
female, like,
but it's not even like a he asked or anything, it's just the mom asking, saying that they should.
right. So he's, like, obviously freaking out. I think he is. I think the mom's right. He is a red flag. I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I don't see the big deal. Like, obviously, your relationship. So if you start to have a little bit of feelings or you feel that flirtatious with someone else, then you stop hanging out with them because you protect your relationship. Like, you need to be able to trust your partner.
Yes.
And and it's obviously it does happen sometimes. You're like, oh, you feel a little flirty, or you get, like, little, like, mini crushes, and you can still be in a relationship. But then your job is to protect your relationship and make sure you remove yourself from those situations.
It sounds very insecure.
He's very insecure and clearly doesn't trust his girlfriend or trust himself, apparently.
Oh, apparently.
Like, oh, if he carpooled or had lunch with another female, they might just, ruin his relationship.
Forever.
Yeah, I do find it weird.
It's very weird. Top comment. You should be worried about your own insecurities. Carpooling is not hanging out. And then someone else replied, it's clear OP is insecure. I'm sorry, but carpooling isn't hanging out with someone one on one. They're right next to each other, so maybe a little different if the coworker was 30 minutes the opposite direction. That's a different conversation. The fact that OP thinks carpooling to work is hanging out is insane.
It really is. Like, I think he's just insecure, very jealous. I would actually be concerned about that relationship going forward if he's freaking out that much now just from the moms.
Yeah,
His girlfriend's moms, comment.
definitely. Can't handle it.
And he can't handle it. He can't handle the truth.
No.
I know, I'm just being a dork. All right. One more?
Yes, one more. Trying to. Do you want me to let you choose?
Okay.
All right, I'll give you three options. My dad is dating my aunt, and I feel disgusted. Or am I the asshole for snooping through my friends' text messages to confirm all my suspicions that all my friends secretly hate me?
Oh, God. That one, that one, that one.
That one? Okay. We'll go to that one. It's from Two Hot Takes, posted by Fritz Z Caviar. Am I the asshole for snooping through my friends' text messages to confirm my suspicions that all my friends secretly hate me?
Oh, definitely. Is other people's opinions of you are none of your business.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
this is not going to be good.
Hi, all. I, 28 female, have a group of three girlfriends ranging in their early to late 30s. We have been friends for about 5 years and met at work. Conveniently, the link to us all being friends was me befriending one and introducing them to the rest over time. It is fair to say that we're all very good friends. We take vacations together. We try to plan gatherings to celebrate each other's accomplishments and birthdays. For the past 6 months, I have been feeling a hunch that they secretly do not like me. From being passive aggressive, being texts and trying to get together, trying to gentle parent me, to as far as leaving me out of spontaneous trips. I first got a hunch when I had sent a text shortly before one of the snowstorms the East Coast was going to have asking if anyone wanted to take advantage of the fresh snow and go skiing. The responses were akin to, it's bitter cold, why would we want to do that? To as bitter as, what day do we have available this week to do that? None. I tried not to think about it too much. However, outside the four of us, I included one of my friends that is acquaintance to the others, but very good friends with me. I got a private text saying, I wanted to ski, but they were pretty mean to you, so I didn't want to them to jump on me too. Confirming that I wasn't just taking it too personal, but someone else agreed that the exchange was pretty unkind. At the beginning of this month, it was one of our friends' birthdays. We were all trying to figure out what to do and settled on a ticketed brunch show in the city. I did not initially jump to buy the tickets because one person could not go, and I was not sure if it was all or none situation. When I confirmed the week of, the birthday girl confirmed this is what she wanted to do. I purchased 3 tickets, expecting me and the other friend to split the birthday girl's ticket, common thing we do when celebrating birthdays. The birthday girl does not pay for anything. This cost me around $150, and the tickets were non-refundable and non-transferable since the name was on the ticket that had to match your ID to get into the venue. The very next day, I got a text from the birthday girl saying, since other friend had a last-minute travel responsibility to the West Coast for work, I'm just going to go with her. You can come if you want, but we leave tomorrow.
What? So
I
rude.
Yeah, I completely understand wanting to have fun for your birthday, especially if things change. But last night you told me to buy these tickets, and now I'm out $150, and I no longer have a fun weekend to be with my supposed good friends, as I had no notice to spend well over $1,000. Here's where I feel I may be the asshole, but maybe the ends justify the means. I'd recently relocated for the past 3 months and occasionally still stop by the area we all relatively reside to tie up loose ends. I asked the birthday girl if I could stop by for lunch, and she agreed. When I had arrived, she was in the bathroom, finishing up after a shower, and I noticed her phone was downstairs, unlocked, and in a text thread. I decided to go to the search bar and type my name. Behold, a plethora of vile things she has been discussing with my other two friends. They were discussing how shitty my parents were, stating they just don't know how to parent. They allow her to mooch off them. And as far as discussing a traumatic event I had informed them of regarding COCSA that I was a victim of, and saying things akin to she should just grow up and get over it.
Oh my God.
While I had been relocated, there has been a separate group chat at my expense with statements like, she's going to be pissed that we're all hanging out without X, but we aren't going to tell her. She's probably so mad she's not going out to the West Coast, but oh well, I don't care. Now I know that it's completely wrong to go into someone's phone. I know it violated their privacy, but in the end, it confirmed my suspicions to be true. And I feel so hurt and humiliated by the things they said, not only about me, but my parents as well. I cannot bring up the things they have said given how I found out, but seeing how fake they are to my face, I don't want to keep the fake facade as well. Am I the asshole, and how do I move forward?
Oh, there's got to be an edit, right? Like she did something.
Nope, that's it.
Oh no. I don't know. I would stop being friends with them, obviously. I don't know. Like she shouldn't have looked through the phone. But once you did, I mean, obviously they're crappy friends. Even like that was your clue right there. You don't need to see the horrible things they said about you and your family.
Yeah.
Like if they don't care that you spent $150 because they're like, oh, you can come if you want. They don't really even care if you came. Like they don't like you. So, you know what? You need to find your own friends. There's people out there for everyone. Like some of this sounds like more middle school, like girl BS. Like,
Mhm.
they don't sound like they're a bunch of mean girls. I don't like that. Like I hate the mean girl mentality, and it's definitely not a good look once people get older because then
Yeah.
it's just mean. So yeah, I don't know. What would you do? Like, do you say I would want them to know I knew. Like like
Yeah, I would too. I'd probably, like, send a text to all of them. I don't know. Just be like, "There's no reason to keep up pretend, guys. I'm much better off without you, and I think you prefer it that way," and then just block the numbers.
yeah, there you go. I know because 'cause you'd want them to know you read the text, but then you really shouldn't have been looking through the phone messages.
Yeah.
But,
Tricky.
like yeah, yeah, I would definitely I don't know. I'd have to give them a clue, like, that I knew. Like, I'd have to say something that I read that they said,
Yeah, crazy.
and then block the
Say
numbers.
say something, "Well, don't worry about me. I got this because I just mooch off my parents," right?
Yeah, something, yep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I have to say something about, like, my parents, like, "I just mooch off them, so don't worry."
Crazy. So top comment, you immediately ghost them 100% and move on.
No, you need to say something.
You need that.
You need that closure, and the closure is just getting the last word since the don't worry, they'll talk about you after you like, "Oh my god, how did she know?"
Crazy. Okay, so there's this comment here. You're the asshole. Four people don't just randomly start hating someone for no reason. Look at the comment about your parents not knowing how to raise you. No one just randomly says that unless you did something that makes them question it. I mean, we all know someone who does dickish things and then acts like they aren't in the wrong. This might be an example of that jerk. You, who literally does not know what they're doing, is unacceptable. Think of Cartman from the South Park series. Perfect example of that asshole friend.
Huh. Yeah, but sometimes people just don't find a reason not to like someone, and maybe she wasn't mooching off her parents, maybe she was living there to save money until she could afford a place of her
Well,
own.
it's like your parents, like, if you have that relationship, you can do that, then who are you to judge other people's dynamics?
Right, exactly, and are you paying their bills? It's none of your business.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
OP did respond to that.
Uh-huh, what'd she say?
They made the comment in regards to them paying for a hotel across the street from my job during a state of emergency. I was willing to drive the typical 30-minute commute, and they said they would pay for a hotel for me if I would take it. Why would I say no? So tell me, how does this make me a jerk in questioning my parents' parenting while her parents beat the living shit out of her and her siblings, CPS involvement, etc., and that made her tough, and therefore I'm less than for being cared for.
Alright, so maybe they're jealous because she has loving parents.
Maybe. Yep.
So maybe that's part of the parent thing, but why it just yeah, I want more. I want more tea.
Yeah.
I want more. I don't know. I definitely would have to let them know I knew about the text, and then I'd block them all. Though it is a little awkward if you still have to work together.
Yeah, it is very awkward. Well, I don't think she's recently relocated, so I don't think she sees them very much.
Well, which is good, yeah. So she
Yeah.
just needs to make new friends in the new place where she's living
Yeah.
because they sound horrible. They're horrible bitches. That's what they are. I said the B word, brought it out.
Yeah, I agree. I said
Right.
ghost them. First drop a comment that tells that you know, and then you ghost them.
And he ghosts them. Yeah. I mean, haven't you all been there? Like, you're like, huh, maybe I don't think my friends really like me. But that might just be like when you're feeling depressed.
Yeah.
But like if I read some of this, something like that, that'd be devastating. Because honestly, if your friends don't like you, just stop talking to me. Right? Like let's stop
Just let me
communicating.
be.
Yeah, exactly. Terrible. And plus now she's out money she really couldn't afford.
Yeah.
Like she seems like she's a good-hearted person. Like she's the one that went and spent the money, did what the person asked, and then they ditched her and they didn't even care. I'd take them to small claims court.
Yeah.
Get my
Do it.
money back.
Yeah.
Bitches. See, I can't stop saying it now. That's why you don't swear. Once you start, you open the vaults.
Yep.
No, I feel bad for her. Did she comment any other good comments or anything?
Mm-mm.
No other update
Not
either?
at all. That was it.
Oh, poor honey. Yeah. I mean, I think she'll move on, make new friends and real friends that appreciate her.
Yes. Hopefully.
So, but all right. I guess that'll be it for the evening.
We'll be
Like,
back next week.
follow, subscribe, tell your friends.
Yes.
Pretty soon, someone's going to be 25.
We're not talking about that.
Should be a quarter of a century years old. But all right. Have a good week, everybody, and be kind.
Yes. Be kind, everyone.
Oh, you agreed with me. Thank you.
Woo!